How's it going, guys? Dan here. I know I haven't been posting a lot, and it's been a while since I posted a YouTube channel. So, what have I been up to? Um, I've been up to a lot of things, and I've been trying to plant trees, fruit trees, in fact. So, okay. So, I'm currently digging a hole for a fruit tree, and as you can see, it is in the start of May, and I'm getting ready to plant those trees over there that I bought like a couple weeks ago, and I got them from Home Depot. So I planted this apricot tree, this cherry tree, or sorry, apple tree, cherry tree, and then a peach tree, and then I bought some more this year. And last year I started these, and I wanted to see how they would do, and they actually did pretty well. They survived winter, and now they're fully grown. It's May, so they haven't fully developed their flowers yet, and it's still kind of cold. And currently, it is now 60 degrees, windy, and cloudy with a chance of meatball. Just kidding. But yeah, so I'm gonna plant these ones here, and get a cherry tree right here again, and then an apricot, and then maybe a peach tree right next to that peach tree. So, and I need at least another tree for each of them for them to fruit. So we'll see how this goes. So I know the past couple of videos I've had copyright issues with sound and music. So I'm just gonna leave that out and just basically try to commentary through this. And so yeah, here's me just kind of sitting there in the dirt and putting in a tree, and yeah, and I'll explain a little bit more on the process and all that stuff. And I just followed the instructions on the baggage there, or the pack right there, and it says dig a hole twice as deep, and then make sure you water it heavily, and yeah. All right, so I got the first one in this cherry tree, and I'm gonna get some wood chips for next week and put it all around, and then maybe later dump some water under, just maybe like a bucket to kind of get it through this week, because the ground is already wet and damp underneath, and the ground is actually moving a lot more when I dig through it. And then I'm gonna make it a little bit more wider. But this year, this did really well, and so I'm gonna try to add in more trees to this, and we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna add in the apricot on this one. That one is an actual apricot grown from the seed, and these ones are from Home Depot, and we'll see how these go, and hopefully we'll get some fruit this year. If not, next year we'll get some fruit. But I want to show you this. The jackrabbits came in and they nibbled on the bottom of this, and they basically killed this part of the branch, and so I need to maybe chop that off. But I'm going to wait a little bit longer to see if they actually do grow. If not, and then I painted these because it gets so super hot out here, and just to protect it from the sun. And then I'm gonna leave the plastic on too with these ones, just so it can help protect against the wind and the sun. So I'm gonna plant the apricot over here. So these trees were kind of like having a hard time surviving, so I knew it was gonna rain today and this week, and so that's why I'm planting them right now, to get all this moisture out of it, and that way I don't have to water. So later on today, I didn't even water it, which kind of sucked because time got away from me, and it was just windy and blowing and kind of snowing a little. So yeah, this is why I did this, and I want to plant it right away, and I'll explain more with this apricot tree. So all right, so when I originally got this apricot tree, it was like starting to leaf, and a little bit of it was starting to leaf and flower a bit, and then all of a sudden it got cold, and my mom forgot to water it, and basically it started to look like this. I don't know if it went back into a dormant state, or it just didn't have enough nutrients, because That one had a gunny sack around it, and it was in a ball. This one was just straight into the pot, and so I was trying to dig around for the gunny sack, but there was none. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I'm gonna try it anyways and see how it goes, and hopefully it doesn't die on me. I mean, it still feels green because when I like bend it a little, I still feel like the moisture and the give in it. So, and how am I watering this? Well, basically I am hauling water in my little itty bitty canyon, hauling water, and have a little drip system set up. And so far it's been doing really good. And living out here in the desert is kind of rough because water is scarce, but also this drip system actually helps it a little bit more, just so it drips the water slower, and the water can or the tree can kind of absorb it a little bit more at a slower pace versus like just dumping water. But the first couple of weeks I'll probably just try to dump as much water as it until the roots kind of break up and the ball and the root kind of give, and so that way it'll start taking the ground soil. And essentially that's what I did with these ones last year, and they're doing really good. So my battery's about to die, and we'll see if it does die. If it does die, I will come back and I will hopefully have that one done. So I just got done putting in this last tree, and here we go. Alright, peach tree in, ready to go. I need to set up the drip system, I'll bring some water next week, and then and I need to find another apple tree. I believe this is a red delicious, and I need to look for another type of tree so that way it can flower that. And so this is how my little orchard is going, and I really like this section because the ground is really soft and it has all this green bushes, sage bushes, different types of weeds growing out here. So a great environment, and the ground is soft here, and so it's going to be good for the trees to grow. And so right now it is currently windy, and sorry if my volume is kind of trashy because the wind is blowing, but this is my little orchard garden. And so next week I'll try to grow that one, and then I want to prune that apricot tree and then see how that goes. And then I still need to fix that fencing on that side all the way down, and then on that corner by our house I want to set up a whole drip system. I want to get some plum trees as well, and I have some bought some grapevines and some blueberries, but I don't think the blueberries will work out here. And so I'm going to do grapevine, plum tree on that side, and then a couple of different trees over there, just so it can block the wind to the house and give us some shade during the summer. So last year I planted some jalapenos, hatch green chili, and tomatoes, and some cabbage. And so the cabbage did okay, which I was surprised, and the rabbits got into it. And then I just kind of left it, and then look what's growing. The cabbage is kind of seeding over here. I was not expecting that, which is kind of crazy, to be honest, because I didn't know it could do that. And then I'm going to go over here and get these like black fencing, and I'm going to put it around the trees so that way the jackrabbits don't get to it. Alright, as you can see, I put up this little plastic fence to kind of help with the rabbits, but I ran out, so hopefully the rabbits don't come in here. It's my guess, but check this out. The rabbits chewed off the bottom half of this apple tree. I just now noticed it, and I think they went up a little higher too. I don't know, but it's a little disheartening to see. But that's the reason why I have that up, and I don't want them chewing on my trees. So that's been me. That's what I've been dealing with. That's what I've been working on these past years since the last time I've actually gone and did something. I know the past couple of videos I've been doing a bunch of training videos on running half marathons. Just recently, back in December, I injured my back. I slipped a disc or a herniated disc, and that was not fun. But working in the PT industry, I kind of learned how to rehab myself, and so kind of getting there. And basically, that's what I was doing, rehabbing myself, working in the garden here all last summer, and yeah, that's it. That's in me, and then hopefully I would like to get back into training for running, and then we'll see how that goes. But if you want more of this content, follow me, subscribe to me, and we'll see what happens next week, and I will let you guys know. All right, talk to you later. Bye.